here at the top where he had, we had the guy clear out the land all the way behind me. My husband's been up here and he's scraping because there's tons and tons and tons of rocks. So he's been scraping it and trying to get it level and some areas filled in, so that way we can plant some grass up here. And you'll see these big boulders right here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, around 6 big huge boulders. Now we're just going to clean them up and just leave them here. It's just easier. I don't know if you can see back here with as the trees, when the leaves are falling, just how much this area opens up. I'll walk this way. So maybe up here, you know, a future home site in a few years. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna flip you around in just a second. I'm just waiting for these trees to clear out and to be able to see the view of the river straight down. But I can't wait to get the grass planted up here. Just have a little bit more work. I don't know if we'll get it this year or not. It's probably gonna be next year. And I'll show you again down here. It's kind of like a road that cuts down here, that leads down, but this whole area down below there, that's where I want to put the raised beds and a huge garden down there. And it'll kind of do like a runoff. So I'm hoping to be able to work on that next year. We may start with the beds this year. In the wintertime, when we start clearing out, we're going to start clearing out these trees right here and cutting and chipping the wood chips, and then the logs, we're going to cut them and make firewood, because that's what we want to do. Right now we use propane heaters, but when we get our house, we're going to use our wood heat. So with all these trees and stuff, we can little by little clean it up. So all this will be cleaned and cut up, and we'll have firewood. And by the time we get the house done, it'll be all cured. So it helps us in the long run. So I think we're going to actually run up here. You'll see a video that we've posted about having trespassers, and we left a sign on a tree right where their deer stand is, and I'm hoping that they have returned. So we're actually going to run up there and check to see if they've removed their tree stand and their camera. We keep driving up that way just to see if we can actually catch somebody that's actually here and speak to them, and we have not been successful with that. So we're gonna ride up there and check, and we're gonna bring you along. So my husband got creative on burning the trees and stuff to make sure it doesn't, you know, get away from him with wind. We don't really burn the fires when it's windy like it is today, but with a slight breeze we do. So he built this little fire pit, which is rock and dirt, and then he piles everything in there, and then he burns. So we're going to be bringing the wood chipper up here maybe in a couple weeks or so, and we'll start working up here when it starts getting cooler, and then we'll bring you along for that too. Carry on. So we came up here, and the deer stand and the camera is still here, unfortunately. So I don't think they've came back to check their deer stand. But right now we're at the highest part of our property, which is a beautiful area. But I want to show you what it looks like from up here. I don't know if you can really tell how beautiful that is, but it is beautiful. It's pretty windy today. The temperatures are dropping. We are expected to get freezing temperatures around 30 and 31, and then it goes back up to 33 and then back to normal temperatures. We're trying to get as much done as possible because the winter is coming. Whenever we cut, we used to not get a lot of wind up here until we actually cut the trees out, and now we get a lot of wind. We put our straw on top of our garlic bed, and then we put an old cattle panel that we had, and we laid it down on top so that way the straw would not blow away. So I'm gonna show you that. So we are adding our rabbit manure to our compost and our chicken scrap. So this is the pile that we have. This was the old manure that we had, and then our chicken manure, and we're also adding the rabbit manure. And we'll add all the rabbit manure in here as I clean. I got a wheelbarrow that's halfway full, and when it starts to get a little bit colder, we're going to end up doing a lot of the wood chips and put it in there with the chickens, so that way we can make more compost for next year. So guys, we have some exciting news. We have something that we're going to be adding to the homestead. I'm going to be traveling back to South Carolina to pick them up. It'll be good to see my mom and my youngest daughter. Wasn't expecting to make the trip so soon because I will be going back in February to start working and helping my mom down there, and then my husband and my oldest daughter will be here taking care of everything. But we will do the videos and keep up with that, of course. But we are going to make that trip. We've been working on, I don't know if you can see it way over there, but that's what we worked on today. If you can't see it, you just have to wait. We have to put a tarp over our water barrels. That's how we're gonna try to keep them from freezing this year. Last year we did that and it worked out great. So we're gonna do it again because we added 3 more barrels. This is how we have them set up, is 3 on each side. And then we put a sheet of plywood on top and 1 on the back side, so that way it can help with the wind. And then we're going to place it with a really thick tarp. Now last year what we did, we put lattice at an angle, and we put a heat lamp up under it, which we could run that with our generator with no problem. And that kept our pipes from freezing. We unhook our propane tankless hot water heater. We do empty that out when we know it's going to freeze, so that way, because there's so many little pipes that it freezes so easy that I just didn't want to have to, you know, have to worry with that. So guys, I want to thank you so much for being with me today. Please, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button and a notification bell, so that way you're made aware of when we have new videos. Till next time guys, I'll see you on the next one.